I'm here at Sligachan and just gonna go down to the water, take some photos, kind of shake the cobwebs out. The Cuillin's in the background. I often return to the same places because every time I come here it's going to be different conditions, and I take all my own reference photos for my art, so I can never get enough. Plus it's just good for the soul being in these beautiful places. Although I think I am getting a cold the last 2 days being out in the wilderness, being out in the cold. I think I caught something. Does it get any moodier than this? There's my camera. I'm just waiting to see if the light changes, if we get some different clouds or something. But today's a very moody day, so and I also need to like rest my knee and my hip. So today's adventure, I don't know where it's gonna take me, but I'm sure it's gonna be a moody scene no matter what. The thing with Scotland, or with Isle of Skye especially, is that you just get all these little pockets of like micro weather. So one town is going to have a totally different weather to the next town, and in that town it changes constantly. I think I'm just going to drive north and see what I can find and hope that the light holds out a little bit. I just felt like coming to the Shire today, as one does. This is known as the Fairy Glen in Uig, and it's just made up of these undulating hills, these conical hills. It's just fascinating landscape. And Cuillin Castle is up ahead. It's the fairy castle. There are some man-made stone circles and such, but those, you're actually not supposed to move the rocks here because it speeds up erosion, and people do it anyway, which is unfortunate. But I'm just here to enjoy the magnificent colors and textures. It's beautiful. It's probably gonna rain, so I'm not gonna stay too long, but it's a short 1 mile hike. There's tons of these rowan trees everywhere, which are considered magical by some. There's the fairy castle. Yeah.
Pretty boggy through there.
Okay, well, I'll take my time or step on the waterproof anyway, so.
Oh, you're all good.
Here we are at the famous spiral, the fairy circle. It is beautiful here. The first time I visited Skye, it was winter, and I was blown away by the fact that there was green everywhere. Where I grew up in the United States, it was brown and white all winter. So being surrounded by these lush green landscapes is just so inspiring to me. There are lots of magical tales about this region, and although the stone circles are man-made, there is something special and almost otherworldly about the Fairy Glen. It was my second time here, and once again I had very moody weather. And on this trip I decided to focus on capturing some of the details and things that I missed on my last visit. I was especially drawn to the beautiful cliffs and the rowan trees. I don't think it's gonna last long because I can see blue skies behind the rain, but it's like horizontal. My timing was perfect. I saw a wall of rain coming towards me in the distance, and I was like, oop, okay, let's put everything away. This is why, even though it's extra weight in the bag, this is why you always bring an umbrella. Even with strong winds, basically, you just hold it against yourself like this, and it's like a wall. So you get a little wet, but it's not as bad as it would be otherwise. And now we have nice blue skies coming. I was thinking there might be a rainbow, but I don't see any. Wouldn't that be a magical sight here? Can you imagine seeing a rainbow here? Oh my gosh. That would be absolutely magical. Well, I didn't see a rainbow here, but after 3 days of hiking and photographing out in the freezing cold with all sorts of weather, I was knackered. Plus my knee was killing me, so it was time to head home. But first I wanted to make one quick stop. My timing could not have been more perfect. The day I left Skye, an Arctic storm came in, so I spent my last hour recording and photographing the beautiful snow over the mountains. Sunset was quickly approaching and I had a 4.5 hour drive home, so I decided to hit the road. And along the way, it was so difficult not to constantly stop to take more photos. When the weather is moving this fast, you get some gorgeous atmospheric conditions. But there was one moment I couldn't resist because I finally got my rainbow. I was a little surprised and confused about this V-shaped rainbow. I think it has something to do with the rainbow reflecting off the water, but if you know the reason it's doing this, enlighten me in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this 3-day Skye photography adventure, and if you've watched all 3 videos, I would love to know which is your favorite photo. It's been nearly a month since I returned from this trip, and finally I'm recovering from flu and bronchitis, and I'm feeling a lot better, so hopefully in the next month or so I'll get back on the trail. Tomorrow is January 1st, so Happy New Year everyone. I'll see you in 2023. Take care.